Welcome to Mystic Moons. This is for the Cancerian Collective. If you have significant Cancer placements, this is a reading for you. Cancer, let's go and get a message for you. Cancer, if you appreciate my time, let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, feel free to let me know. Oh, thank you for the like. Shall we get into it? What is the message for Cancer? Almost like a dichotomy here. Cancer with Three of Pentacles and Seven of Swords. Also, one thing's for sure in this energy, there's a lot more going on than what you're aware of. A lot more things than just what's being available on a surface level. But I say a dichotomy because we have teamwork, we have collaboration, we have building, and then we have not exactly being direct with teamwork. In this energy, Seven of Swords, one could partner with a team, but everyone essentially is out for their own gain. It's only a matter of time it's only a matter of time of who splits first and what do they take with them. In this energy, almost like an energy of get ready to bail, get ready to jump, and what can you take with you to make sure that it comes out as a profitable experience? Very dicey energy here. Very Machiavellian energy here. Any teamwork that's being done is being done at a very surface level. All smiles, but underneath a lot of discontent and or a lot of jealousy. In fact, I would say too, Cancer, in this energy, the more whoever is in this energy is around you, although I think they have a very nice veneer, or at least as nice as they can muster, facade about them, in actuality, I think there's some jealousy here as well. Significant Capricorn energy coming up here, Cancer. Also, too, we have Aquarius with some fire rounding out the bottom. But essentially, Cancer, it's all about teamwork is the main message of this reading. And those who you are partnered with, perhaps too, Cancer, someone who will be coming up, we will see. But then again, think about it this way too. Timing is relative. Timing is fluid. But definitely here I have teamwork. But that teamwork is, there's a countdown. There's a great big hole in the hull, Cancer, of a ship that you are building with someone, or you are on with someone. And I can assure you the other parties are wondering, how long will everyone who is on that boat remain? Who jumps first? Why and with what? I have Queen of Cups, which I do read as Cancerian energy. I have strength. And I have Ace of Cups. Significant Cancer energy here, Cancer, with Queen of Cups and Ace of Cups. Cancer, Please don't forget that you have a lot of options. And if you thought about it too, Cancer, you have a lot of abilities of what you can do, also what you can go and provide and aid to any relationship. In this energy, Seven of Cups with the Three of Pentacles, lots of resources, lots of ideas, lots of creativity, lots of ability, lots of imagination, lots of vision. Not necessarily confined within the box, but more like you see the entire picture, and also too you can connect threads of where things are going. Cancer, in this energy, make sure that you see the direction of who you are partnering with and where can that partnership take you. Have a healthy dividing line, a healthy boundary, healthy distance between you and the crowd that you're dealing with. Queen of Cups, Strength, and Ace of Cups tells me almost like you're too large for the situation that you're in right now. It's a place where you can stop, where you can have a little respite, but ultimately, I don't know necessarily, Cancer, if there's somewhere else you're supposed to be. But definitely the message here is that there's so much more you can be doing. Perhaps, too, so much more you're meant to be doing. Strength gets the Lovers. Four of Swords. And Five of Swords. King of Wands underneath this. Well, Cancer, I have partnerships that will be making their way towards you, Cancer. They could be looking at you definitely as a new start, definitely as a problem solver type of energy, a healing type of energy, one to go and sort of resolve those past, I don't quite want to call them hurts, because we have a King of Wands. King of Wands is someone who expands, someone who develops, someone who discovers, a very entrepreneurial spirit. The very nature of a King of Wands is that they do ride on very high highs, and they do get lows. They do get lows. They do get failures. So in this energy, Cancer, wait, what are you doing, little girl? No. I have to go and sniff the plants. Did I take up your spot? I took up her spot, Cancer. I took up your spot. Oops. Well, why don't you, you want me to move this over a little bit? She says, yes, can you move that over? That's my little Quiqui-chan spot. My Mystic Cherokee spot. No, you're not sniffing the plants. Come on, little girl. You want to sit here? Go and sit here and be quiet. Okay, there you go. You have to understand these are, well, the channel's named after her, Mystic Cherokee. Mystic Moons. I believe we were clarifying. Give me one moment here. We had a Three of Pentacles as our main message. I was talking about the King of Wands energy. Well, essentially, here's someone who's coming to you, number one, to make them feel better, to get empowerment. It could also be in this energy. If we're talking about work, well, we're talking more about work, we're talking about relationships. If this is relationships in work, let's also not overlook the fact too that we have three energies of threes here, so very much partnerships and relationships. I'm going to say, Cancer, that if we are dealing with work or an issue about work or those who you work with, this person is looking upon you to be a problem solver. Also, too, to essentially go and give themselves more credit for what they do. They'll take your ideas, claim them as their own. Energy could be a little bit better if this is someone who's interested in you romantically. I mean, we have the Lovers here that is also partnership, and that energy would be, if I was to view this through love or a curiosity about a relationship, a slight rebound. I have someone here essentially who's trying to make themselves feel better through some positive interaction with another situation. However, for you, Strength with Four of Swords, the Lovers, and Five of Swords. It really is all about first of all, well, be careful about number one, who you give your allegiance to. I think in this energy too, sometimes they say, oh, if you spend time or if you understand each other, if you learn about each other, if you learn to trust each other, regardless if it's work, regardless if it's interpersonal relationships, people have traits, people have behaviors, and they don't deviate from that. I think in this energy, you've already been shown the caliber of the people who you're dealing with. Don't think necessarily that when things get better or times get better, this gets better, that gets better, the situation overall will improve and get to a higher level. The quality probably of what you're experiencing in that connection, in that situation, that particular type of energy is a theme that you should be aware of won't change. And that as long as it's comfortable or bearable and there's that surface good feeling that's here, that's fine. But be prepared to wait for an opportunity for exit. Be aware that you are deserving of so much more than what you're getting, and that you should actively be looking for that exit, perhaps more than you are right now. It's like in this energy, you can see the writing on the wall. You can see that it's not quite what you want, but you could still go and you're aware of it, but you haven't made any active or strong movements to give yourself other options yet. Queen of Cups gets a King of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, King of Swords, bottom of the deck energy, Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, a little funny in this energy because what I have here, right here in my hands, I'll get into that Queen of Cups in a second. But Cancer, The right type of partnerships you should be looking for are the ones that show they value you immediately. And also, too, I'm going to say Six of Wands with Ace of Pentacles to the full capacity in which they're able to demonstrate that. Six of Wands and Ace of Pentacles also tells me, Cancer, that that demonstration should be through action and actual tangible things, whether that's gifts. I feel like this is something that you should be getting that has a little bit of weight. Not saying gold digger energy at all. What I'm talking about is appreciation. That's the message that I have here. King of Swords, conscious choices to go and put out the time, the energy, and the resources to you to show how much you mean to them. Are you getting that, Cancer? Because you're worth it, Cancer. Queen of Cups with a King of Cups, 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. You know, this is very much, well, a couple things. One, I'm going to say it could be a tendency for you, Cancer, that when you get involved in situations, you get involved with people. You could have a tendency to stay in those situations or people longer than necessary. You could also go and blow up the touch points of connection or what has happened during the interaction. You could be giving it too much weight, too much length. Could also be in this energy that you simply care too much. You reflect too much. You make it deep. Some things aren't deep. Some things are deep. This is almost like the quality, too, of someone who overthinks and overfeels. I feel like with that bottom of the deck energy, certain situations and certain people aren't worth feeling or overthinking about unless they're actually demonstrating that commitment with the full ability of themselves, what they have at hand. An Ace of Cups. King of Swords popped out again. Hierophant. 8 of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck energy. Cancer, this energy really does seesaw between work, well, personal and professional environments, connection circles, what you're doing, who you're spending time with. Even if I was to narrow it down to one aspect or another, something that's professional, something that's doing to, you know, your personal life, it doesn't really matter because we are asking you to reflect upon what kind of work are the people around you putting into their connection with you. How are they valuing it? How are they demonstrating it? How are they respecting your time, your energy, your care? And I think that provides all the answers right there. Also, too, as I said again, the segue between something professional or something personal in these relationships, again, it goes 50-50 because your own tendencies to dig in, overanalyze, do 120%. It's something that you should go and dial back in. Don't invest so much. View it in a more lighthearted energy. It's only deep if you make it that way. And some people don't have the density for stuff to be made deep about them in the first place. Ace of Cups sort of reiterates that initial energy that we had when we were pulling on Queen of Cups. King of Swords, Hierophant, and Eight of Pentacles. My cat's saying that we almost reached the end of this reading. In the fact that, you know, Cancer, those who you should be with, you should be putting your time towards working with, are really the people who demonstrate how much they value you. And if you're not getting that, Cancer, you need to go and start moving around and seeing what else you can go and generate to replace that. Because from what I see, Cancer, you can replace that which you're dealing right now. And you can have someone, Cancer, regardless if it's personal or professional, you can have someone who will actively dedicate their resources to supporting you as much as they can, as much as they are, I feel like I was saying grateful, appreciative that they have you either in their life or in their business. That's my message for you. I guess I could go through signs, but no real need here. The main thing is to keep in mind, Cancer, in this energy that I have here, you are being asked not to go and take everything so much at an emotional level. And also, too, when I say that, what I mean is it's not enough that someone says kind words. Cancer, you've had enough kind words. In the energy that I have, you need to go and have someone show their appreciation, not through kind words, but through actual concrete results, actual concrete things, actual concrete gifts, actual concrete raises, actual concrete perks. I don't know what exactly your situation would be in this result, but talk is cheap, Cancer. You need something tangible that you can cash out. Anyway, that's my message for you. Until next time. Bye-bye.